Have you ever felt like your life is caught in a loop? The same patterns repeating, the same frustrations circling back, as if no matter what you do, you can't quite break free. You work harder, you chase opportunities, you try to force change. And yet, the reflection in the mirror of life doesn't seem to shift. What if I told you the mirror has never been the problem? That you've been trying to polish the reflection when the truth is this: the mirror only reflects what stands before it. Reality is not happening to you, it is happening through you. Neville Goddard said it best: the subconscious does not distinguish between lived reality and assumed reality. That single line is the key almost no one recognizes. Because if the subconscious cannot tell the difference between what you imagine and what you physically experience, then every scene you hold with feeling inside yourself is already instructing the world outside you to conform. And here is the shift that changes everything. You are not merely reacting to the world. You are producing it, moment by moment, through the states you sustain. The question is not whether you are creating, because you are. The question is whether you are doing so consciously or by default. When people hear the word visualization, they often think of daydreaming, of imagining something far away in the future, or playing with fantasy. But real visualization is something far more powerful. It is not escape. It is not wishful thinking. Visualization is the conscious use of imagination to construct a reality within, so that the subconscious mind accepts it as fact. And once it does, it begins to organize everything: your emotions, your habits, your actions, and even the opportunities that flow toward you, to reflect that inner assumption. Think of it like directing a movie, but not just watching the screen. In this film, you are the writer, the director, and the star. Every detail matters: the lighting, the sounds, the emotions. When you visualize, you don't just see it, you feel it. You embody the scene until your nervous system believes it is already true. Science has shown this clearly. Studies on athletes reveal that mental rehearsal activates many of the same areas of the brain as physical practice. Neural pathways strengthen whether the action is lived or imagined. In other words, your body learns from imagination as if it were experience. This is why visualization is not idle fantasy. It is rehearsal for reality. It is installing the blueprint in your subconscious mind so that life itself begins to reflect it back. Every image you hold with feeling is a seed, and your subconscious mind is the soil. The soil does not care what is planted. It will faithfully grow what it receives. The trouble is, most people are planting unconsciously. They replay old failures in their mind again and again. They imagine arguments that never happened, but might. They rehearse disasters. They allow worry to build such vivid pictures that the subconscious takes it as instruction. This is what I want more of. And so the cycles repeat. People wonder why the same frustrations keep circling back, never realizing they are practicing them internally every single day. But just as weeds grow without effort, so too can you plant intentionally. You can choose the seeds. You can nourish images of joy, of health, of abundance, of connection. And if you sustain them long enough with genuine emotion, those seeds must, by law, sprout. The law is impartial. Whatever is planted with feeling will eventually bloom. The question is, what garden are you cultivating in your inner world? Your subconscious is like a thermostat. It regulates your experience to match the self-image it has been programmed with. This is why people who win the lottery often lose it all within a few years. The outer change was too far above their inner set point. The subconscious simply found ways to return to equilibrium. But here's the gift. The set point can be changed. The subconscious blueprint is not fixed. It is rewritten every time you feed it new images and emotions. When you visualize yourself healthy, strong, and vital, and you feel it, your subconscious begins to accept it as your new normal. When you visualize yourself living in abundance, and you feel the gratitude of already having it, the subconscious takes that as fact and begins to adjust behavior, perception, and opportunity to match. You don't need to know how it will happen. That is not your job. Your job is to assume the end with conviction. The subconscious mind, connected to the infinite intelligence of life itself, orchestrates the means. So, how do you visualize in a way that truly transforms? The first key is specificity. The subconscious doesn't respond well to vague desires like, "I want to be happy." It needs coordinates. Ask yourself, what does happiness mean to me? Is it the joy of sharing a meal with loved ones? The freedom of walking into a home that feels like mine? The laughter of children playing in the yard? Picture that, not the word happy, but the scene that implies it. The second key is sensory richness. The subconscious understands the language of the senses. It's not enough to say, "I want abundance." Picture yourself looking at your bank app and seeing a balance that brings relief. Hear the voice of a friend congratulating you. Feel the weight of keys in your hand to the home you desired. Smell the paint of freshly finished walls. The more vivid, the more real it becomes to your subconscious. The third key is emotion. This is the fuel. If you visualize wealth but feel lack, it is lack that you are transmitting. If you visualize love but feel loneliness, it is loneliness that takes root. But when you visualize with gratitude, with joy, with relief, the subconscious registers that feeling and begins to produce more of it. The fourth key is consistency. One session will not override years of programming. Just as exercise shapes the body over time, visualization shapes the subconscious through repetition. The best times are when the critical mind is soft, just before sleep and just after waking. And finally, the fifth key. Assume the end, not the process. Don't visualize the job interview. Visualize the phone call congratulating you on the role. Don't visualize the hospital visit. Visualize yourself already healed, living in vitality. The subconscious doesn't need steps. It needs the end. The steps will appear. Neville Goddard taught a practice called SATS, the state akin to sleep. As you lie in bed, drifting towards sleep, the critical mind relaxes. This is the gate into the subconscious. In this state, choose one short, vivid scene that implies your desire fulfilled. Loop it gently until you drift off. The subconscious will take it in deeply. He also taught the practice of revision. At night, replay the day, but change it. That argument? Replay it ending in peace. That rejection? Replay it as acceptance. That failure? Replay it as success. To the subconscious, memory and imagination are the same. By revising the past, you alter the blueprint, and the future reorganizes to match. It may sound unbelievable until you try it. People change. Opportunities reappear. Events shift. The subconscious has accepted the new version, and reality bends to mirror it. Visualization is not separate from life. It is life. Every moment you are visualizing something, whether you know it or not. The key is to do it deliberately. Wake in the morning, and before touching your phone, see the day already unfolding with grace. Before an important meeting, picture it ending in success. Before a workout, picture yourself finishing strong. Little rehearsals like these, repeated, become the subconscious rhythm. And notice, when contrary thoughts arise, don't fight them. Fighting gives them power. Instead, gently return to your chosen scene, as you would guide a child back to their path. Consistency, not force, is what reshapes reality. If you're working on health, visualize not the struggle but the result. See yourself running with ease, breathing deeply, smiling with energy. Your body responds to these images with real biological changes. If your focus is wealth, visualize not piles of cash, but the experiences money allows. Feel the relief of bills paid, the joy of generosity, the ease of choice. If you're longing for love, visualize the warmth of connection, the laughter shared, the feeling of safety in someone's presence. If your focus is purpose, visualize yourself completing work that inspires you, standing in your power, contributing your gift. Every visualization becomes a rehearsal for the life you are stepping into. Remember, the subconscious doesn't distinguish between reality and imagination. Both are accepted equally. Every time you replay old failures, you are practicing failing. Every time you picture disaster, you are rehearsing catastrophe. But every time you picture peace, joy, success, love, you are rehearsing those as well. This is why consistency matters. Each night you rehearse the fulfilled end. Each morning you recall it. You are watering the seed. Beneath the surface, unseen, it is growing. One day, it breaks through. And when it does, it feels almost ordinary, because you have rehearsed it so well inside yourself that it feels familiar. So here is the invitation. Visualize like this. Don't let it be vague or half-hearted. Let it be detailed. Let it be emotional. Let it be persistent. If the subconscious cannot distinguish between lived reality and imagined reality, then the only real limit is what you are willing to assume. Every day you wait, you strengthen the old patterns. Every day you return to your vision, you strengthen the new. The past is not fixed. The future is not random. Both are clay in the hands of your imagination. So close your eyes tonight, and instead of replaying worries, choose a single scene that implies your wish fulfilled. Live it, feel it, drift into sleep with it, and trust that the mirror will faithfully reflect it back. Because one day, perhaps sooner than you think, you will walk into the very scene you once rehearsed within. Stay present, stay aligned, and never forget, you are not just the observer. You are the creator.